And welcome back to episode 544 of the Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, a podcast by crew for crew. I'm one of your hosts, Big Keith, joined here as always by Big Joey.
Hello.
And this week we got one of the Steves, Big Steve. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, boys.
Well, welcome to the podcast, my friend. You drinking anything good over there?
Yeah, I got a Coors Banquet.
Nice.
Nice.
Fancy. What about you, Joey? Anything good?
Nope.
Same.
No.
Rinse and repeat. I haven't remember the day when crew would send us drinks? That was pretty awesome. Or hand us stuff, this variety of things.
Well, I got to go to things to get stuff.
Yeah, well, even when you do go, it's hard because it's like, oh, you gave me a whole bunch of stuff, and my hotel was like an hour. It's like a mile walk away. It's like you don't have to give me anything. So, but it's all good. I have just been doing the same Waterloo thing from Wegman or from Costco for months now, but it's convenient and cheap. So, well, I'm rocking out the old Dark Side of the Moon shirt. What do you got on, Steve?
I get the band Buddy Light shirt.
Yeah, buddy.
You know the
one. Joey either has the Crimson and Cream or Squat. Oh, the
Squats.
See.
Nice.
Good. That's a good one. That's a good one. A little bit of news this week. Let's see. The boys were on, the Sheamus video. Joey can kind of share his thoughts on that. I thought it was good just because it's orange, but as someone who's I never watched Sheamus. Sheamus wasn't a wrestler when I watched wrestling, so I've never seen him perform once, so I don't know anything about him other than seeing him in like commercials and shit, but I thought it was a great video in general. What do you think, Joey?
So Sheamus is like probably one of the better wrestlers, but they tend to not use him properly. Interestingly, he won his first championship from John Cena on my birthday. He was the King of the Ring. He is very close to being a Grand Slam champion. So like, there's a lot of great accolades in wrestling for Sheamus as far as WWE goes. But one thing I do want to point out, and I know he's not listening. Tanner, you might listen. He did not seem to really be into the whole thing. Now we know, because we have some insider information, that like his schedule was all messed up. He was trying to make it work for the guys. So like, I'll give him the human aspect of that. But as far as that video goes, like, man, he was kind of like disengaged a bit.
I think he didn't know, like not knowing the boys too, because like almost every other video except maybe Gunnar Peterson, I think, like they were friends or knew him, or the person getting interviewed, or the interview, because it's a fucking walking podcast, but the guy doing a gym tour probably knew of Massonomics, whereas this guy, like outside of Brian Koppelman connection, like he doesn't know who the fuck they are. He doesn't know who we are. So
a ton of forgiveness there, but it was just one of those things where I was trying to show my buddy at work, and I'm like, oh, here's two of my friends interviewing Sheamus, and his first reaction was, he doesn't look like he wants to be there. And I'm like, that's not a good review. It's like, I was like, I gave him, again, like I said, like we have the insight to that he had to change his schedule. Things were supposed to go different, blah, 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 blah. But like, if you don't know that information,
I don't know. I'll counter that. I didn't feel that way. I thought he was tired. I mean, I'm fucking tired.
Of course he's tired.
Now.
He's Sheamus.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like I said, one of the best wrestlers in WWE.
But like outside of just being tired, I didn't feel that he was ungenuine. His genuine reaction to getting the drink spotter, like,
it was incredible.
So like, to me, like he was. Yeah, I don't know.
If you don't mind me saying, that full down seat on the leg press.
Yeah, it was decent.
And that was so cool, because he was like, oh yeah, they weren't going to do this, and I asked them to, and they did. Like, that was amazing. I really enjoyed seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
His backyard going into the laneway so that he can do sled pulls. Incredible. Everything about that video was good. It's just Sheamus was like, he's not the Sheamus we know from wrestling. The Sheamus we know from
also, like, is that who he is? Is that the dude? Like, is that the man? And like Sheamus on TV is an actor kind of thing? Like,
yes, in wrestling, you are you times 10. So like, I get it. I see it, but
I'm curious because does he do like some YouTube thing where he just trains with people? Like, I'd never watched one of those, but like,
okay, yes. So Celtic Warrior workouts. I've said it before. I think maybe when I first got into lifting, I had no training, I had no nothing, I had no coach. So I watched his YouTube, and
Hmm.
it's what got me into strength training was watching
And he
him.
brings the energetic heat into those videos. You're saying?
Well, he brings other wrestlers in. So
Okay,
he just goes to their gym and does their workout. It's
oh, that's
actually
cool.
incredible to watch
That
because
is
he
dope.
does stuff he hates, especially burpees. Seamus hates burpees. We all hate burpees. And so yeah, well, thank you, Hunter. But like that's what got me into this. That's what I started doing before I found Juggernaut. Was I was doing Celtic Warrior workouts and adapting parts of what he did and doing it myself. So he said, like, if he made a change to anybody's life, he did. He made one to mine, right? So, you know,
Pretty
I'm
curious
I'm not
about.
knocking it at all. I'm not saying it was a bad video. It was just like my friend's first reaction was like, he doesn't look that thrilled, and I'm
Yeah,
like, he's tired, right?
I liked it. I thought it
It
was
was
good.
great. No, it was great.
I
10
mean,
out of 10.
it, well, I mean, he's definitely not the best, orange gym I've seen, but it's up there. Is what I say. It's definitely in the Mount Rushmore of crew gym well, no, I can't say it's not certified either. Of
Yeah.
gyms that they've toured that has orange in it, so we'll
He's
give
on
him
the,
that.
he's on the podium of orange gyms. I won't tell
Yeah,
you
yeah,
where I
yeah.
put him.
No, that's fine.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
garage door with the painting on it.
that I enjoy, and I liked how it was like, yeah, she did like a laser thing, and it like project or no, a projector of the image, and then stenciled that. Like
Yeah,
that was
that
pretty
was
neat.
so cool. Yeah. No, it was a really cool gym.
Would you like it, Steve?
Yeah, actually, I thought it was really cool. But question for you, Keith, you might know. When he talked about the functional trainer with the 4-to-1 ratio on it,
Yeah, I don't
have
know
you
what he
I've never heard of that.
because that
Is
was
that
meaning that it was like because his so he like his 4-to-1 means it be like if you're picking up 40 pounds, you're only lifting up 10 pounds, right? Like that's how I
Yeah, correct.
yeah.
So like
So
Yep.
then,
my
so he did some hack to it to make it not that, and his wife was all pissed off because that actually that kind of annoyed me like that because like as someone who's like I make as many accommodations as I can to make my wife be able to have the easiest gym scenario, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my wife can't even lift the easiest weight on the functional trainer now. Fuck her." Essentially, is what he said, and I was like, "Well, that's kind of a douche thing." That I actually I don't care if he was tired, but that did piss me off. So
yeah.
that's my one knock on that video. But I don't know what he did. I know 2-to-1 for sure, 4-to-1. I don't know. Or maybe he just set it up wrong. Like I really don't know because that does sound. You'd have to have such a large amount of weight. You'd have to have like 1,000 pound stack to be able to like do a lat pull down or something. But I don't know. So he might have misspoke with that. Maybe it was 2-to-1 and he made it, or maybe it was. I really don't know.
Well, I
I'm
kind of
not a.
believe it. I kind of believe it because Tanner did say that. I think he said what there was like a 600-pound total set of stack. There was like 2 300s or something like that,
Mhm.
which seems like a
Yeah,
ton for a
yeah. I think it was
select-size
two, three
machine.
hundred ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know, but all in all, that was a good video. Everyone go give that a watch. They were on the Neural News podcast. I remember that. I think so. I'm probably we'll rate their episode at some point, but the Neural News one to me, I got more out of that because like I not to not like I already knew a lot of the Gym Radar stuff, so them like recapping all the Gym Radar stuff on their main podcast was just like, all right, if it's good for the masses to hear it. But like I've heard all this shit a couple times, so but the getting interviewed aspect of the Neural News one I really enjoyed because they really kind of deep. They were like, oh yeah, explain massonomics to us essentially. So then getting like their 10,000 foot view 10 years later and kind of what they remember just because I really did enjoy that and kind of getting some meat and potatoes of Massonomics and different perspectives. Like they've talked about it all before, but I don't know, hearing it in a different kind of light was pretty interesting. I did enjoy a lot of that. A little
So
bit of
I
home gym.
I
Yep.
did listen to that. I'm so thankful you
Nice.
sent me that. I didn't watch it because, like I said before, watching YouTube
Oh
videos
yeah,
with
no,
my kids in the
I
house, it literally impossible. So I listened to on the way to work. Good
nice.
40 minute episode. Got it banged out in one day. Uh, I think there's two differences, and maybe you'll agree with me, maybe you won't. The main difference on the Massonomics podcast, it was explaining it to us.
Hmm.
On Neural News, it was a sales pitch.
Yeah,
And the
but not.
sales pitch had so much more information and so much more like this is what because they had the other guys there, right? That were like, oh, here's how were on their podcast, they didn't have that. So they had the feedback of like, oh, this is what I like about it. Specifically talking about how important reviews were
Hmm.
and how it's like even in the Discord, people are like, well, I wanted to go buy this product and I just went and looked at your reviews. And this is a real time how important gym radar is going to be. That's how I got my brother on. Right. I got my brother signed up. I actually pitched certified membership to him a month ago, and he was like, yeah, I'm not spending money for that. That's stupid. And then he was like, wait, Gym Radar, that's actually kind of cool. I'm going to sign up for that. Right. Like
Mm.
I was trying to plant the seeds earlier. So I think the sales pitch to people that weren't already involved was actually a little better than them explaining it to the people that are already involved. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But I just enjoyed it. I think I was talking to Nate briefly too, and Nate was like very touched of how like much they gave him his flowers, like Tommy specifically, like really selling how
Yeah.
I think I'm sure Tanner did too, but like I think Nate said that because was DMing Nate about something else, and he was like, I'm still like in shock of how like and I'm like, dude, you're legit. Maybe it wasn't our group chat. I don't remember.
It was. I was there.
So many different well, I had a separate one too, but I don't fucking
His
remember.
name is Mark now.
Yeah, that was Mike. I know you don't listen, but that was fucked up, buddy. I'm like, who the fuck's Mark? Like, there's no Mark here. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I didn't know you were working with Mark is building your website. I'm like, they weren't. They fucking worked with Nate. Big Nate there, buddy.
Wrong again, Mike.
Yeah, fucking guy. All right. So that was that. Um, I booked my flights for home gym con. I got that going. Dude, flights are so annoying now. Like I used to always be able to just, I don't know. I don't know if it's something that recently changed. There's always like this bait and switch, but now it's like, here's your $300 flight. Oh, you don't get anything. You can't pick any seats. You can't pick anything. We'll tell you what your seats are loading, when you're loading. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I mean, I guess. So I think out the door I was like 380 to get to Louisville and back. So it is what it is. And then they have a thing where they was trying to. I basically applied to get a media pass to go early on Home Gym Con on Thursday. I'm not sure if I'll actually get accepted or not. Like, but like it was a whole like in depth like list what your content is, list what you would do there, and I kind of like sold more of this podcast in combination with the No Wine Cellar Instagram page because like I'm quote unquote not a reviewer and whatever the fuck these
Influencer.
are. No, there was a content
It's
creator.
an influencer.
I don't really create content. I just kind of highlight my friends and highlight shit I like. So, but one of the things I listed was like all the people in the home gym community that are pretty big names that we've interviewed. And it was it was like a paragraph of just names. And I'm like, I looked back at it and I was kind of like, damn, like we've done a lot in three. Like, we've interviewed a fair amount of people in this field, that are 90% of them were crew too. So I just thought that was really cool to see. And I don't know, maybe I mean, I'm friends with the guys that are approving or denying, so I would assume I'll get approved, but if not, whatever. I just thought it was really cool to kind of sit there and kind of have to jot down like why I feel I deserve a media pass for Home Gym Con and kind of leveraging this podcast and all we've done here. So, and then before we rate the episode, the other big news this week is at least in New York, Hogan's crew cards are starting to make it out. The ones I saw mailed out, I think I saw Big Jess's, Big Dan's, and Stephanie's came all today. It looked like, and I saw a few others from out in the Midwest there. But I just thought it was kind of cool. I think at one point, like his story, like three of them in a row were New York resident crew, New York resident crew, New York resident crew. So I did enjoy that. So Hogan, great job with that. We'll see you this weekend. If you're listening to this, Arnold will have come and gone. So telling you to remember to go find Hogan and get your crew card packs won't do any good, but we still appreciate it. And I think that's most of Gen Tops except rating last week's episode. So, Big Steve, you want to hit us off with what you thought of last week's Mastonomics episode so we can remember what it was and give it a good old rating?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of actually really liked the perspective of Jim Radar kind of towards the crew because
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you, when it came out, like I really did not get it. So like hearing them like discuss like the leaderboard and seeing like you and Hogan being on the leaderboard and like going back head to head for it, I'm like, oh wow. So it kind of really got me engaged and got me going on the reviews. That being said, I don't have enough equipment to get such a high score. So because of that, I'm gonna have to rate it. I'm gonna have to go with 5 out of 5 blips on my radar.
Nice. What is your gym name on Gym Radar, just so the fans can go look it up? Because I was trying to look it up earlier, and I'm like, It wasn't ever Bam Bam. It wasn't ever Steve. I'm like, because I want that to be the new thing I do is before I get the guest on, like, oh, let me spend 5 minutes looking at their gym radar, and
Mhm.
I couldn't find it.
That's a good idea, and I think we should actually,
We
going
start
forward, add that
linking
into the
that.
guest questions.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is actually a cool idea. My gym is called the 803 Barbell Club,
Okay.
which was not I wasn't thinking about it when I made it, but it's my wife's and I's anniversary, and the day my son was born was both August 3rd, but in different years. But everybody I tell, they're like, "Oh, Massachusetts is 803." I'm like, "No, damn, I
That's
should have
funny
thought
because
of that."
I went to area code first as well.
Nice.
I mean, I don't want to say that if I came across saying one was
I
better
don't know.
than the
You shit
other.
on Seamus. You shit on Massonomics
Yeah,
episodes this week.
apparently
You're a Debbie fucking Downer,
I
bud.
am
What's going on?
exhausted and I am grumpy.
Same, same,
Um,
same.
no, I think you're right. I was trying to, I guess the point I was trying to make was each had their own place, right? I think that explaining it to crew was very important and talking about the leaderboard and all that. But then the other one was a sales pitch that was also very important to people that might not already be involved. Um, I don't remember a lot. I had some notes, but again, I'm also going through the backlog. So like as soon as I finish that, I listen to like 3 other episodes before we record this. So I don't remember what's what. Oh yeah. The episode I'm on right now, Keith, you might like this.
Oh yeah, where you at?
Um,
The backlog you're talking about, right?
yeah. I'm on the
Yep.
backlog. I'm on episode 182.
You're actually getting into interviews now, though, aren't you?
Not yet. No, that's
Oh, okay,
coming
okay.
probably in about a few months.
Nice.
But I want to point out that Tommy says something like, "Oh, do you ever get this?" And Tanner goes, "You mean gout?" And then they both talk about how they don't know what gout is.
And then Tanner
And then
historically had
Tommy
gout
goes,
like
"We'll
twice.
never know. Nobody here will ever know what gout is." I
That is really funny. And that would have been
thought,
like
yeah,
circa
yeah, that was
2016,
2019.
17.
It's
Okay.
2019.
And
I
then in
wanted to put
2020,
it in the chat today, but I forgot. But now that we're talking
yeah, you
about
need to
it,
put that because that's, I'd say 5 years. Was it 23 or 24? He got gout bad.
yeah, we'll never
Probably
know what gout
call it
is.
23,
Quote
24. Yeah.
Tommy.
That's great. I bet they forgot they even had that conversation. So
Yeah.
that's really funny.
Uh,
I
so
enjoy that.
I'll give that 5 out of 5 foot pain.
Nice, nice, good old gout, man. I'm drawing a blank on all the other chit chat. I'm no because it's like fuck, I've listened to 2 other podcasts and 2 pre-shows
I know.
since then. It's like, well, I can't talk about pre-show. I can't talk about stuff. I can't talk about shit in like group chats. It's like, well, I don't know what I could talk about. But as always, the boys hit it out of the park. If you haven't listened, you should. 5 out of 5. Big boobied girls at the Arnold.
Remember her. I was there for that.
Oh, did you see the meme I posted today? I because they reshared her as their main
Yeah, I
post, and
saw. Yep.
I did the radar. I was like, ChatGPT is not gonna allow the actual Gemini. I've been using Gemini a little bit more now. I don't know if I have good luck and bad luck differently on to the 2 different sources, but AI saved my ass today at work. We're putting in without in layman's like we're putting in a new product, and there was just a lot of troubleshooting that like the direction manual and like stuff you were not going to get the answer from just using the instructions that came with it. So there were a lot of if this then that kind of thing that I
Yep.
was like 90% there with just like my knowledge of the situation, but then like I don't understand enough about this new product I was putting in to like, well, I don't fucking know how this works yet. Like I know the general concept, but like it's got its own rules. You get this whole new thing. So ChatGPT, or I think my boss was using Gemini, and it kind of like we all like the 3 of us together, me and my boss and Gemini, we got there finally. But that was about 6 hours straight with no breaks for lunch. And the next thing I know, it's like, oh, my day's over. I'm going home. But yeah, affiliates. You got anything good to say about them, Joey?
As usually, Obsidian, Plate Snacks, and Bell Fed Strength. Use code
Love
unpaid,
it.
save 10%.
It's what we like. Big Steve, what do you got for us, buddy?
Ready for the ad read?
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
I did a really bad job of setting you up there.
Yeah.
If I
What affiliates do you want to talk about?
yeah.
Like I got
Like,
all the affiliates.
oh, I forgot. He's not looking at the script like we are at home. He's
Yeah.
not like if
All
you haven't
right,
said it yet, Joey and I are tired.
That's all good. I get it.
We'll be better.
All right. So my ad read is supposed to be like an infomercial type of read. So bear with me.
Whatever you got.
All right. Do you
I already
have no
love it.
friends? Do you live in a garage or a basement by yourself? Do you wish you could have genuine relationships with no strings attached? Well, for $3 a month, you too could have real life friends with like minded interests. Head over to massonomics.com for all your apparel, gym flags, magnets, and of course, drink spotters. Friends sold separately as long as you're not a dick.
Uh, nice. I love
Yeah,
it.
good caveat at the end there.
Yes.
Every once in a while, a dick shows up and they just kind of see themselves out at some point. It's always nice.
Charge
Yeah.
back, please.
I just can't get. I can't wait to get back to fighting.
Row, row, row your boat.
Yep. You want to get the guest on the horn?
Yeah. Big Stevie there, buddy.
I'm here, boys.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and make it easy. Name, just so everyone knows your name, and then Instagram, where they're gonna find you at.
All right. My name is Steve, Big Steve. My Instagram is bam_168. And that's all I got for socials.
Nice. Love it. Easy peasy. And what did you say your gym was? Because I was 804.
803.
803. That's why it wasn't
Club.
popping up. There we go. Good deal. Awesome.
Yeah. So you're going to be the first. Tell us about your gym on Gym Radar.
All right. Well, my gym is kind of in its early stages. But not. It's on its, if I had to guess, it's on its third iteration within a year. It started on the second floor of my house as just a tonal. And then
Did it fit under the bed?
If you took it off the wall, it fit under the bed, but that sucker was heavy. Yeah, that we maxed that out in about 6 months with never lifting before in my life. Because the deadlift and everything else only goes up 200 pounds. So I sold that and bought a barbell and a squat rack and went from there. And that turned into moving everything down to my basement because deadlifts on the second floor was not a good idea.
Nope.
Got some cracked drywall in the kitchen to show for it. And
it's growing pains, literally.
Yes,
and
exactly. And that turned into blowing out a wall in my basement to make room for a belt squat and
that's awesome.
Rower and everything else. And here we currently are.
I'd love to hear that. How big of a so you bought a tonal for like $3 or $4 grand and then you sell it on marketplace. How big of a hit do you actually take on that? Did you even get 50%?
Well, so I could have got 50%, but I went the nice guy route and sold it to a coworker for $1,000 instead of $1,500 because I think I paid $3 when I bought it.
Gotcha.
And you're recording from your gym right now.
Yes, I am in no podcast in the squat rack except for in this gym.
Okay, so big question: what brought you to Massonomics?
That is a strange one because it's very random. My first meeting with Massonomics was obviously on Instagram, and it was seeing when the Drink Spotters came out, the crew meme contest. I forget who made it, but there was the video where he went to bench press and just let go because he was going
Kevin.
Big Kevin.
Yeah. So I
Kevin.
saw that video and I was like, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen, and never looked into it again.
Grip, yeah.
It just popped up, I think, on Reels, and I completely went, okay, next. And 2 years later, I saw them again, and saw they had a podcast, and that was right around the time when I was starting to do my gym. So it must have been the algorithm just doing its magic. I was like, oh, I'm sick of the same 6 songs every day. I'll listen to this podcast, and here we are.
Nice. And you made it out to Crew Falls this year too, without the seemingly year. And did you were you still crew at Lift Hard Live Easy time? Like, I know you didn't go to Lift Hard Live Easy. I'm just trying to figure out the timeline of.
Yeah, so I think I signed up for crew last May. So this May will be 1 year.
Nice. So you would have been pretty early to have gone to but that's awesome. What was the driving force to get you motivated to drop the money to head out to Crew Falls and meet a bunch of strangers? Because you wouldn't have been to Home Gym Con, you wouldn't have been to the Arnold. I don't think you had a New England meetup at that point yet. So it's, you hopped on a plane and came out and met 40 strangers.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of weird. Well, that's not weird. It's just, I guess it's probably pretty average for the average adult, but I pretty much get up for work at average 3:30, 4 a.m. every single day. and I typically work 6 to 7 days a week. So when I'm not
Mm.
working, I go home, I lift for 2 hours, and then I hang out with my family for 2 hours, and then I go to bed.
Mhm.
So it was like, wow, there's this group of guys online that are really cool, and everybody seems really nice and fun, and it'd be cool to seeing as I can talk to them on Discord to at least meet them. And that
Hmm.
goes back to my ad read where I go, "Do you want some friends?"
I'd like to make friends one day.
Friends would be cool.
No, that's awesome. Uh, but yeah, it was good to meet you. I don't think I didn't get a chance to talk to you too much. It's one of those things where like I was like, who is this guy? Like, there was like I knew like 80% of the faces, and I tried to meet the other guys, but then it's like you get just all right. I've met four new people today. I'll try to do two more tomorrow. I don't want to like is my whole night being meeting new people. So sorry if I didn't get a chance to talk to you too much, but tonight we ought to be able to make up for that.
No, it's all good. I'm kind of a
And
shy person to begin with. I need a little liquid courage to get me going, anyways.
So imagine that, Keith, but it's Gary, and he's holding your place at the airport for you. Because I had no clue. Because Gary had only been crew for like 2 or 3 months, and
yeah.
then he's like, "Where are you? Where like what?" I'm just like I'm answering DMs on Discord, like I know the guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was wild. So
Sure.
where do you live? Where are you from? Who
With an
are
accent
you?
like that, it's got to be Texas, right?
Yeah, Texas, exactly. I'm from Massachusetts, central Massachusetts, actually, closer to Worcester, as the locals would say.
Worcester.
About 40 minutes from Boston, about 25 minutes from Providence. So I'm kind of right in the middle of everything.
How do you say
So
water?
what was that? Sorry.
How do you say water?
Do you want me to say it like a townie, or do you want me to say it how I would say
Yeah,
it?
I'm trying to pinpoint where water comes from.
That's Jersey. I think
It's
Jersey's
Yeah.
more
Jersey,
known for
yeah.
water. I think Boston's more of the water type of
Water,
place.
yep.
Which is that's a whole unique thing of itself. I watched it was like the dumbest reel. Did you ever I hate when stuff is stupid fake. Like there was this guy who made a reel about saying the biggest mystery in the world is what town The Town took place in, which clearly it's not a mystery. It's like the most obvious thing in the world. And like but the whole reel was just making fun of like it not being known and just showing like places in Boston and saying like, "Oh, you don't know where this is." And I was just like it made me smile, but it also annoyed me because it's just like this is such a fucking waste of time. Like this was a
Oh
complete
yeah.
waste of a
Yeah, it's
video, and
rage
like
bait.
and I'm just like you wasted fucking like 45 seconds of my day, and I want it back.
And I watched it all.
And now I
And
wasted 45 seconds of everyone else's day explaining it to them. And it's like
Yeah, I think go
go ahead.
ahead.
No, you go
No, I
ahead.
was just gonna say one of my favorite things about the accent is like if you talk to people that are from Boston, which I like, I'm in construction, I work in Boston every day. The people that are like Boston people, they don't really talk like that. But like if you talk to somebody from Southie, that stereotypical accent that they do in like all the Boston movies where you're like, oh my God, that's the worst Boston accent I ever heard of. That is your South Boston accent to a T. You're like so bad. You're like, are you pretending to have a Boston accent right now? Because that's impressive.
it's like, did you just watch a movie and someone told you that's how you should talk?
Yes, exactly.
Nice. Awesome. So you have said you had that Hall of Fame card. Where do you think you're at on that now?
All right. So I have one, two, three, four, five, six achievements so far. This will be number seven.
Nice. There you
And
go.
I was looking at it last night. I think by Lift Hard, Live Easy this year, I think I will be at cup level.
Nice, nice. And you're doing powerlifting then this year?
Yes. Yep.
Nice, nice. Will that be your first meet, or have you done some? I'm assuming like you said you just started lifting within the last year. I don't.
So that'll be my third meet.
Oh, okay.
Make a long story short.
You've been busy.
Yeah. So a friend of mine, well, a coworker of mine, he also lifts. He's lifted for a long time. And I told him I was listening to Massonomics. He's like, oh yeah, those guys are great, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why don't you do powerlifting? I'm like, all right, let's do it. You tell me when to do it. I'll sign up and we'll do it. So he picked a meet and I signed up for it. Like 3 months went by and I'm like, hey, did you sign up for that meet? He's like, oh no, that meet is tested. I can't go to that one. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you told me or whatever. So he says, sign up for this one and we'll go. So I do, obviously. Now I'm signed up for two meets. And I reach out like 2 months later and I'm like, hey man, did you sign up for the second meet? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, it's sold out. So I ended up doing
Your coworker, your
Yeah.
coworker's a douchebag.
Yeah, it
FYI,
kind of
like I don't know,
sucks. That
I don't
sounds
know
like
if
that guy might
you know
suck.
that or not, but like that is the complete like epitome of a lazy ass jackhole. Like that
yeah.
annoys the shit out of me. I hate
so
lazy friends. So
so I
sorry,
ended
sorry.
up doing both meets back to back because I felt like a jerk too because I'm like, well, now I took somebody's spot. Like I don't want to like somebody could have signed up for one of the other meet, like So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go for it and do them both.
How far apart were they from each other?
The one was on
Like
Saturday and one
in
was on Sunday.
oh damn, okay.
Nice.
Okay. That's crazy. That's so close. That's wild. Um so which one did so what was so one I'm assuming one was Powerlifting America or USAPL maybe. What was the other one?
One was the first one was RPS, an RPS
Okay.
meet, and the
Yes.
second one was Powerlifting America. Yeah.
Nice. That technically you probably weren't even. That's the funny thing is you probably were technically disqualified for the Powerlifting America when the second you did the RPS meet. Like no one gives a fuck, but like for real though, you would have been. So that's actually kind of funny.
Is that coworker Hunter?
No.
Because like as soon as we started talking about that, he went on camera, and I was like, "Oh
No,
no!"
Hunter's
Yeah,
not.
that's why I did the like, "Hey,
Oh no
buddy."
Hunter's in Kentucky. That's a Kentucky guy.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Um, let's see. Let's see. So which one do you have more fun at, the RPS or the Powerlifting America?
It's I had more fun lifting at the RPS with the deadlift bar and the squat bar and all that. But I honestly think that the Powerlifting America meet was actually more fun atmosphere wise because the RPS was just like show up, they had speakers and whatever, and the RPS had like a light show, like a live stream, so like my wife could watch at home with the kid. Like it was definitely more engaging, but the lifting was kind of like very strict. Like not
Yeah.
like so
Oh,
much like the judging, but just in general, like being there was like very strict, like
hmm.
how they held it.
And then just we can move on in a second. I'm just curious if the back to how did you were you so new that you didn't strategically understand how stupid of an idea that was, or did you kind of like go I'm gonna do like 80% on one day as like a warm up, and then I'll go balls to the walls the next day, or did you go balls to the wall on the first day and then just kind of lay up the second day? Like how'd you go about that? I
So day one, my total was 11:45, and
oh,
I went to I think I definitely left something on the table with squat, but not on purpose. That was totally
mm-hmm.
just that's how it worked out. I went 3 for 3 on squat, 3 for 3 on bench,
Love
and
it.
2 for 3 on deadlift.
Nice. 8 for 9's a
Because
good
my
day.
buddy, the coworker that signed me up for everything,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, you're looking strong, you're looking strong. I pulled 475. He's like, you should go for 520, and I'm like, 520, yeah, you think? He's
Oh,
like, yeah.
remember what I said about him being a dipshit earlier? Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yes.
don't you,
So
that's a
he's like, he
especially,
goes,
and I bet that was like I
Keith is
if
so mad right now.
well, that's a big jump. Like, if it was scalable, like, was that jump bigger than what you made from your first to your second?
no, not at all. So I think
Oh, so you made a big jump. Okay,
I
I
made
was gonna say.
massive jumps on everything.
Oh,
So I
okay,
think
okay.
my first attempt
That's
deadlift
less stupid
was
then.
yeah, I think my first attempt deadlift was 405.
Oh, so you did
Um
405, 475, and then missed 525. Okay,
yeah, and
but like
then
500 would have been definitely in the bag. It sounds like.
500 would have been sweet. So then
Uh,
my second day I went 3 for 3 on squat, I went 2 for 3 on bench, and deadlift I went 2 for 3 because I was like, well, I want to hit that 500, but I didn't take into
that's a
account
fucking
the
stiff bar, bud. That's gonna be
yes, I did
that'd
not take
be
that into account. So I went even more bonehead move, and I said to my buddy, "I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to make a dead. This is honest to God what I thought. I go, I'm gonna make a deadlift bar out of the straight bar, and I'm gonna pull sumo for the first time ever in my life,
like not even in the warm up room, just on the platform.
just on the platform. I just went for it, but I pulled the
Oh,
same numbers that I pulled the day before. I maxed out at 475 again, so I
that's
was happy
wild.
with that, and I'm like, all right, hey,
Well, you have some baseline numbers, so now your goal needs to be to like I don't know. Have you? So that was however long ago. Do you feel that you've gotten significantly stronger since then, or are you kind of about the same, or just to
I
like give you
think
an idea of what you should do at Lift Hard?
I think my technique has gotten a lot better. Like I
Okay,
definitely understand how to brace now, which I did not going into those meets.
nice.
So if I haven't gotten stronger, at least I've got the technique down, which I think is
Oh yeah.
definitely working in my favor.
So definitely gonna pull 500 on your third attempt or your second, depending on how it goes.
That's the plan. I pulled
Nice.
500 at Crew Falls actually,
Oh,
but
dope.
it was on bumper plates with a deadlift bar. So like
Yeah,
whatever,
doing that in comp. I mean, the comp will still be a deadlift bar, but
It-
but calibrated plates are people say they don't make a difference, but they fucking it makes the
Huge
deadlift
difference.
harder
Yeah.
by some percentage for sure. So yeah, that'd be cool. Can't wait to see a pull 500 in comp. That'll be dope.
I'll be happy for it.
All right. So you've been around a year or so. What's that one piece of merch you've seen? What's that one thing you saw at Crew Falls or on Instagram that you're like, damn, I want that, and you can't?
So I think the one thing that I really wanted, but I actually was able to make that happen, was the power drinking team. And I was able to get that into the audio
Oh,
listeners won't
nice.
see it, but I got it into a banner behind me. But I would say
Nice.
the real one thing would be anything with a Lyft logo.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff was so cool. That was
I
like
do
one of the
like the
best
Lyft
logos.
logo. I hate that they had to kind of like distance themselves from that, and it's my favorite. I have it. I have it on my car. I have it on my log. I think I have two of those emblems left that I'm like saving for like
Yeah.
a rainy day because like obviously my cars are getting really fucking old. I'm gonna have to get a new car at some point, and but your ass is gonna have a Lyft sticker on it somewhere. Uh, so that's good stuff though. The Lyft logo is dope, and I mean maybe they'll bring Lyft shorts back. I don't think we had lift. Did we have lift shorts this year? I can't remember if we had lift shorts this year. We've had lift shorts at Live Hard Live Easy. I just don't remember if it was this year or the previous year. This year was the. I don't think we had band merch this year except the shirt. Last year was the band shorts. I don't know. Either way, you have a good opportunity to find something this year, this summer.
Yeah, I hope so.
We know your supporting membership number. So you sent out the questionnaire to a handful of people. How'd that go?
It was actually tough trying, like, obviously, like, you got your, like, as you probably saw, you got like your wife, your siblings, significant others, and it was like, all right, so am I gonna send this to a bunch of coworkers that all we do is bust chops all day in a construction field? Like, they're
Yeah.
not gonna get it.
He sucks so much dick. You
Yeah.
won't believe how much
His
dick he sucks.
his nickname is cocksucker. Say
Yeah.
that
Well,
on the podcast.
So
I'm
I get
funny.
that on a daily basis in my face. Like, I can only imagine what these people would have done on a thing they would have never even, you know what I mean? Like, on a document
Yeah.
they would have never
No,
felt the
that's
repercussions
fair.
of.
I do appreciate you not sending them to those guys. That's probably a smart. But so to your family and how did that go as far as like, hey, will you fill this out for me? It is this. What did you explain this as?
So it was actually pretty easy because I just said, you know how I went like halfway across the country to meet a bunch of random people I've never met before in my life? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, so I kind of like, I'm like, hey, I didn't really talk to them that much. So now they want to figure out why I went there. So if you could just fill this out so they have something to talk to me about, that'd be really cool.
I love it. Okay. All right. So are you familiar with Least Fun, Most Fun?
I am.
It's a game we like. Did you want to explain it to anybody?
Yeah. So least fun, most fun is I'm going to get a topic and I have to explain the least fun thing about it and the most fun thing about it.
Love it. I'm gonna go least fun, most fun. Starting your gym career with a tonal.
Um, I would say the least fun thing about it is the machine itself tries to give you cues that are not very descriptive in like a short little blurb. So when you go to do a deadlift and you're trying to focus on like the YouTube videos and the forms you've seen, and it says like keep the bar path straight, you're like, well, what the hell does that mean? Like, and you're just trying to figure out form by yourself. The most fun thing about it was just getting into lifting in general with it. And because that was always my thing. Like, I've always wanted to go to the gym, but I just
Can't
kind of
justify
felt
the
like
time at this point, probably.
yeah, it was always time, or like you kind of felt like I always felt like kind of intimidating going to the gym because I walk in and like as probably like newbie as it sounds like, I'm like, there's such a thing as programming. Like there's like such a thing as like this is what you do.
You
So
don't do
like
2 meets in a row back to back.
hey. Next year we might be doing strongman and powerlifting if the Lift
That'd
Hard
be
Live
dope.
Easy 5 happens.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so I
Got one
think
of the hurdles out of the way.
the most fun thing about it definitely is just being able to be taught like programming, so to speak. Like, all right, like, do like an upper accessory, a back accessory, do your main lift and like move on. But I don't know if I needed to pay $4,000 to learn that, but here we are.
Yeah. And what was was it like
That's
a
like a
yearly subscription or was it a
yeah, I
monthly
was gonna say
subscription?
that's almost $4,000.
Oh, it's way more than that if you tally it all up because it's like you
I'm
buy
just
the
curious.
machine, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
with ship, it was like I think I paid $3,000 for it. And then if you want the bench that comes with it and all the other yada 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 that comes with it, it's like another $500 plus shipping. You get the machine, and then there's a contract that you have to pay for at least a year's worth of membership at 50
Mhm.
bucks a month.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's about as
Damn.
much as the Tonal,
Yeah.
the Tonal, the Peloton.
So
So
Juggernaut is $500 a year.
yeah, so I have Juggernaut now.
Yeah, that makes
And a
sense.
barbell.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
and
a
a
barbell.
barbell.
And a barbell. That's good. How is your bar path still straight though? At least, I mean, did did
Yeah.
did, did Tonal
Did
instill that
Tonal
into
fix
you?
that for you?
No, dude, it did not fix that for me. It's worse. It's honestly like lifting with a barbell probably fixed everything. To be honest with you,
Yep.
Oh,
because
I can imagine.
I used to tweak my back like it was like a monthly occurrence where like I could barely walk for a week
On the
on that
Tonal?
thing. Yeah, because
Wild.
you really can do like barbell deadlifts. You can do back squats on it and bench press on it. Like I mean, if you wanted to lift to 200 pounds, yeah, you can do all the main lifts. But there's the biggest problem with it is it's like a functional trainer. So you flip the arms forward and to set up and put them to the ground to do a deadlift. But if you put the bar up against your shins like you would a deadlift, your head is hitting the screen. So now
Mm.
your bar is pushed away from your legs and you're lifting more,
Oh,
not with
interesting.
the proper muscles, you know? So it's like,
Oh,
it's kind of a funky
Yeah,
thing.
that's very
my
awkward.
deadlift is kind of like that already. So
Oh, okay.
I have like the shittiest form, yet somehow have a very good deadlift. I don't understand it. I think we
No.
talked about it before where it's people are like, oh, the barbell scraped my shins. And I'm like, the barbell has never touched my shins in my entire deadlifting career. I
No
don't
glass backs in
understand what
Canada.
you're talking about. I have a glass back. Interesting. So then my question would be, who would you train with? So you're going out for your next big lift. You got somebody to slap your back. Who is that person?
Oh, that's an easy one. I think it would absolutely be Huck Finn. That would be
Mm-hmm.
my guy. That dude can get, I think, anybody amped up, except for maybe Keith. I don't think Keith is a Huck Finn guy in that sense.
I think he was.
I
Let's
think he
say he
wants to be left
was.
alone when he's going to lift.
It's funny. I was looking at pictures of the Arnold and all of the pictures with me and Huck Finn. I spent the most time with like four people, and it was Huck Finn, Dan Bell, and Tommy and Tanner. And I look at all the photos, and that's all there is the four of us. So like, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah. What a
Even
crowd,
Karen,
too.
even Karen would be like a pretty good like go get him.
Yeah. She's a maniac. Like, I bless her heart for putting up with him all the time. Honest to God. Like, I know it's just a personality online, but there's got to be some of that at home, too.
Yeah. All right. Good answer. Good answer. All right. As far as occupation goes, as little or as much as you want to talk about it, what do you do?
I'm a crane operator slash rigger. I mostly rig on the day to day because I can't stand being in the crane. Yeah, I move heavy shit all day.
You don't like being high up?
That doesn't bother me. It's just boring. If you're sitting in the glass box all day, just being told what to do on the radio, you have no idea how boring that really gets. Like I can't tell you how many times I've almost fallen asleep in the crane just sitting there because it's like it's the sun comes through the window just right, and you got the AC set just right, and you're like, wow, this is a nice spot to take a nap, dude.
So comfy. Yep. So what's the difference between rigging and operating?
So the rigger is typically the guy who goes from the hook on. So my responsibility is to get the pieces onto the crane, direct the crane where to go. But my majority of my job is to take the equipment and move it without the machinery. So
Hmm.
on average, I'm taking like 40,000 pound pieces of equipment and moving them throughout a building and setting them up where the customer wants them right on the point.
And you do that sumo.
Yes, sumo, of course. Only in the first try.
I made Keith laugh. I appreciate that. I
That's
made you
good.
both laugh with that one.
I was just I got distracted there for a second. One of my buddies, so the strongman show that I just did, they finally updated like the professional pictures. Like there's a guy that does them for free basically and puts them on his site like a couple weeks later. And my friend texted me a picture of Chris Mark just deep throating a banana in like 4K quality. And I'm just like my mind is running. Like it's already a meme, but like how to like what to caption it, like it's amazing. and I give him so much shit, and I feel bad because he's gonna be so. I'm gonna make like 10 memes tomorrow, but I'm like I gotta focus in on Big Steve here. But goddamn,
Isn't
I had
isn't
to
that the
talk about
worst
that.
feeling? You're like, oh God, I could torture this guy with this picture, but
Yeah,
and I have to do it. I really don't want to, but I
yeah,
have
I
to
at
do
least
Yeah.
gotta do one. At
it.
least gotta get one good one in him. Yeah,
I've already got ideas. Already got
yeah,
ideas.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy right now. Where'd Bam Bam come from? Have we talked? We didn't talk about that yet, right?
No, we haven't. So that actually came from work. When I first,
That's
so
not
I've
good. That
actually
means
worked at,
that means you hit something.
yes. So I've worked at the same place for, oh geez, 12 years now. So I started with these guys when it might even not have been 12, it might be more or less than 12 years, but give or take. I started with them when I was 18, basically sweeping floors and got into the position I'm in. So when they first started taking me out of the shop and bringing me into the field, my solution to everything was like, hey, that piece is going to fall off the dolly, like straighten it out. And I'd go and get a sledgehammer and just slam it straight. And
Mhm.
they're like, all right, we have jacks, dude. Like, you're ruining the equipment. Please stop. And then that turned into like hitting cars and everything else. Like, oh, there's a car in the way. And then I come flying out of nowhere and hit it. It's just, yeah. I've tried to back off the Bam Bam, but it's not working out so hot.
So is it only a work nickname, or I mean, you kind of adopted it in your own Instagram, but does like your family or your wife doesn't call you Bam Bam, or your kids don't call you
My
Bam Bam?
nobody at home calls me that, but it probably is. I'm sure you guys saw in the Discord I knocked my shed down because my wife offhand mentioned that the shed should fall down. So yeah, I'd smash first, ask questions later. Absolutely.
I
Nice.
don't disagree, actually. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, we gotta take that down. What if I set this up here and move this around here? No, 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 no. I just push.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Done. See this. Watch
I
me.
just push it, fall over. Problem solved.
Oh, were you part of the crew with us that went to the wrong damn pizza ranch in Crew Falls? I have some Instagram copy and pasted notes over, so that was looks like something that was submitted there.
Yeah, so I went it's actually kind of funny. So after Los Campeones, I was just like, oh, I'll just kind of like bomb around in the area and walk around. So I like killed time, walked around, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's about time. So I'll head over there. And I walked across the street, and the Phillips were walking out, Jenna Lee and Jonathan. And they're like, they saw my sweatshirt and they're like, are you looking for Pizza Ranch? I'm like, yeah, it's right behind you. And they're like, this is the wrong one. I'm like, can I get a ride?
Yeah, I will say that Tanner and Tommy kind of forgot to tell us. Like, I mean, the address was right, but they didn't really be like because everyone was staying right next to Los Campeones, and then the Pizza Ranch was 15 minutes the other direction by Tommy's house, and they forgot to say that. So yeah, that was funny though. I also was a culprit of getting that wrong.
Yeah, you went all the way in, right? You and like
Oh yeah, no,
a
like we
group of you
fucking
guys like went
paid,
in and
dude. We
paid.
we legit paid and had to ask the guy. There was like six, like I think he just thought we were like a party, like a big party that all paid at once, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I can refund you." And then it was like six guys in a row wearing Massonomics hoodies asking for their $14 back, and this guy had to be like, "These motherfuckers!" Like I, and if he said no, I wouldn't have cared. I'm like, okay, cool, $15 is gone.
Yeah.
I gotta go. My friends are waiting for me. um,
Did you know Jonathan and Jenna Lee at the time?
No, not at all.
Dope. So you just climbed into a stranger's vehicle because they had matching sweatshirts.
Yep, exactly.
Welcome to crew. Yeah, welcome to crew.
Exactly.
that is a good way to think about it. That is pretty dope.
I show up at
Well,
the
that's
airport in Aberdeen and just like, sure, I'm in your car now.
Oh, I think so Jonathan specifically said, not worried about being murdered crew. Am I right? So in referencing that story, obviously, that's really funny. Uh, Big Brandon and well, everyone that you had graciously covered some of the meals there one night, and we didn't even know it. You dropped that credit card down and picked up a big old tab, and we were waiting for the girl to come back, the waitress to come back with her bills like for an hour, and she's like, "Oh no!" So the gentleman over there took care of it, and I think the way it was funny too because it's like whatever describe whatever distinguishing marker she gave was like shirt related, I think, and I'm like. They're all wearing the same fucking shirt.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, he's got a beer shirt on. Yeah.
Hey, he's got a beard and he's wearing a gym shirt. I'm like, oh, that guy. So yeah, we really
Yeah.
do.
Thanks. Yeah.
That was a good
Thanks for
icebreaker.
the help.
Appreciate that.
No worries. That's an old power move I learned from my buddies when because I used to be a heavy drink. Well, still kind of am, but I used to be a really heavy drinker, and we went out every night after work, and it was always a battle to see who could sneak the check.
Yeah.
So it's just something I've always done. I don't really care. It's just, you're hanging out with buddies, and last thing I want everybody to worry about is something like that.
We appreciate it. So you did start in a commercial gym briefly, the note said? How long did that last? Was that like a very short
That
thing?
was very short. There was
Okay.
actually like this super aggressive, like honestly, like now I would probably absolutely love it, but right by one of our old locations before I moved, it was like the nastiest, like powerlifting, bodybuilding, most like aggressive gym you would ever seen in your life. And you walk in the door and you're just like, okay, this is so intense. Like music so loud, like even like as somebody who works all day in like construction, you're like, this is hurting my ears. The music is so loud, like intense. And like now I would probably go there and absolutely die for it. I'd be like, this is insane. This is crazy. This is so cool. But at the time, I'm like, I feel so out of place as like a 300+ pound guy, like just trying to get fit, you know?
Yeah.
But my tonal.
Yes.
That's
I
what
want to go
tonals were.
home.
I want to go home to my tonal.
But that's a good segue to your weight story. I mean,
Yeah.
I met you in person. There's no way you're more than like 220 right now. So that's a hell of a, that's a hell of an accomplishment. You lost 100 pounds, it says.
Yeah, I'm 240 right now. I've been trying to slowly gain cut, but yeah, I was well over 300, but that was all alcohol related.
Hmm.
It was the average thing when you came back from working all day. You'd come back to the shop to a 30 rack and no one left until it was gone, and then somebody would leave and go get another 30 rack. So that was like a daily occurrence for about 6 years, which was a lot of fun and probably almost ruined my marriage. But there was a time where you go, okay, it's time to grow up, where it's time to be an adult now. And that's where kind of the tonal came in.
Well, that's all.
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, good on
great
you.
start.
It's incredible. And I actually wasn't gonna have a beer because of that story, but I saw you're having one, so I'm having one.
Yeah,
Uh
I took a good 2 years off and to like realize like, okay, you can drink and like be social. You
yeah.
don't need to drink and get blackout drunk every night, dude. Like,
Yeah.
wake up.
You used to do motocross?
Yeah, amateur, not nowhere near any like sort of pro level or anything like that. It was more just something to do. That was really fun, really cool. It was, well, actually, I should say it was fun until I bought my first house. And then when you're going over like a 30, 40, 50, 60 foot jump, and the first thought through your head is like, man, if I crash and can't go to work tomorrow, like I
Mhm.
still need to pay my mortgage.
Like, with this, can I get disability if I do something stupid?
Well, so my uncle is my boss. So I was told many times, if you crash, I'm not helping you out. You shouldn't be doing that. You need to focus on work. So like, I'm screwed if something happens here.
Yeah, I'll take up powerlifting instead. That can't go
Yeah,
wrong.
that couldn't hurt me at all.
You weren't 300 pounds on a motorcycle though, were you?
No, that was just before I started my way that way. I was like
So you
220,
see,
which is still pretty heavy for a motorcycle.
so it's your uncle's fault that you had the weight gain. It sounds like motocross was keeping you slender, and then
Actually, 100%. And
just
and
give him shit tomorrow.
I say this with all the love in the world, but the day I turned 21, he's like, "Oh, you're old enough to drink. Like, let's go. We're going to the bar." And it was downhill from there. And that was actually, I
Mhm.
think, the year that motocross stopped.
Oh, well, I'm glad you found your journey. I mean, it's probably not the road you expected, but you're back down to a body size you're happy with, and you're
Yeah.
lifting 3 or 4 days a week and still killing it at work. So that working 7 days a week sounds like the worst thing ever, though. I hope the overtime is paying for your next house because fuck that noise.
Uh,
That is
I I hate to sound cheesy, but this is definitely one of those situations where you say if you love what you do,
Mhm.
I really do. Like I go to work every day like pumped and excited to do what I'm gonna do because it keeps me engaged. Like I'm like
mhm.
super ADHD, like impulsive. So like the thought of going to a job where like, for example, like you gotta like pick something up and lower it down a 60-foot hole with all off the top of your head, like figure out how you're gonna do it, don't kill anybody, don't drop anything on anybody, and get it done. That like little bit of rush of adrenaline when you like first push a piece over the hole, you're like, all right, I figured it out. It's great. Everybody's okay. Like we're good here. I love it. So it's all good.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
that's the I get to go to work, not I have to go to work attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I convinced myself of that a couple times. I hate to say it, we got another bassist in the crew on Unpaid and
I did.
Underrated.
I saw that. That was shoehorned in at the tail end of the notes, and I was like, God damn it, we got to. This is like this. I mean, it's obviously the 69th. Really might
Bassist.
be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, barely a bassist. It was like a high school thing. When I really wanted to learn guitar, and the whole ADHD in me just could not comprehend it.
I'm the same
So,
way. It's the one thing I never picked up. I did pick up a bass at some point. ADHD was like, I can do this. And like I learned a couple songs, a couple, riffs, and then
yes,
was like, no, this is fucking boring. But it's because I wasn't good at it immediately. And in ADHD,
exactly.
you have to be good immediately, or else you'll give up as soon as you can.
Yeah, so I learned like three songs on a regular guitar. Um, and a few of my buddies at the time were like, "Hey, we're starting a band and we're gonna go do battle of bands, like, but we need a bassist." And I'm like, I don't know how to play bass and I don't own one. And they're like, well, go get one and you'll figure it out. So I'm like, okay. So I went, I bought a bass and we played at a local venue in Worcester called the Palladium. And it was horrible. Like I figured out, I'm like, all right, well, if they want a bass line, I can just basically play the same notes they're playing, but just play it down a bit and just kind of stick along and keep the beat. And it was rough. But it was good enough for them. We did not make it past the first round.
What kind of
We
music
did.
was it?
It was like a hardcore, like metalcore type of music.
Yeah, you don't need a bass for that. So good for you.
Exactly. I got in there and I did what the boys needed me to do, and I was promptly kicked out of the band 3 weeks later because I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not getting bass lessons. Like this is what you get. Okay.
That's the whole death clock joke, right? Like they don't need the bassist. He's just there for no reason. Yeah.
Um, so there's a funny story about you trying to chop up your motorcycle with a hacksaw, and there's a
Oh God.
pissing in a closet all at the same time. Maybe there's a whole story there. I want to
Oh,
hear the I want to
Who
hear the
hasn't
whole.
tried to piss in a
Oh,
closet?
I've done. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, for sure. But it's so weird because I can't tell. Is it maybe it is two separate stories?
those are
The
two
parts.
separate stories, but they're both.
Okay,
I
okay.
I
Then I don't really
remember
care
them
about the.
both.
Okay, I don't care about the pissing in the. I thought it was a combination
No,
story, and I
no.
was
No,
very
no, no.
confused at first because people don't put the good break points in sometimes. All right, so
So the motorcycle story is
yep, that's what I want.
that this was during my drinking days. I I bought two motorcycles at the same time because I wanted to do a charity ride with a bunch of the guys I worked with. So I bought one, was able to get it running, and went on like an awesome charity ride. Like literally pulled this motorcycle out of a bush at a guy's house and got it running in 3 days to go on this ride. I had no brakes, figured it out, made it happen. And this other one I bought was like way cooler. It was like a cafe racer style, like Goldwing 1100. And I really wanted this one. I was like, this will be cool if I can get it running. So with the courage I got off the last bike, I thought I was going to get this thing working. For the life of me, could not figure it out. Finally threw in the towel after lots of money spent. Put it on Facebook Marketplace for like $400. I think I bought it for 500. So whatever. This guy shows up at my house. He spent 2 hours in my driveway. Like it would start. It just would not like stay running. It was like a four carburetor system. So he spent 2 hours in my driveway with my tools trying to get the thing to idle. And he's like, well, I don't really want to buy it if it's not going to run. I'm like, listen, dude, I bought it and it didn't run. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This is the game. Just take it. If you don't take it, it's going in the dumpster as soon as you leave. And he's like, let me think on it. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, if you don't take this motorcycle, like it's going in the dumpster. So he's like, I'll think about it and I'll come back. So I was pretty intoxicated at the time. And I fired up my tractor. I picked it up, threw it in my dumpster, smashed it to pieces with my tractor, and caught it on fire at the same time because it was full of gas.
Well, yeah, I
And
mean,
took a picture of it burning in my dumpster and sent it to the guy and was like, "Oh, you wasted your time, brother. She's
that's
gone."
that's actually amazing.
Yeah.
Do you remember if you had a response or you just leave you on scene? Because that's
He
crazy.
messaged me back and said that was the biggest waste of $400 I've ever seen. I said I warned you.
And like, I mean, all he had to do was just say, "Well, I'll take it for free."
Oh, that's good.
Once you said you were going to throw it away, like I don't know. That's just
Like
funny.
legit, like if he said, "Hey, look, I'll give you $50," I would have put on the trailer for him. It was just the
Yeah,
fact of like, let me think about it. I'm like,
that's funny.
dude,
I'm tired
I
of
even
it.
said like, I'll help you load it. Like whatever it takes to get this out of my yard because I'm just sick of looking at it.
That's really funny. I got a kick out of that. That was a
Who hasn't woken up in a closet? Like way back in my university days, that happened to me once.
I like this. I like the fact that you knew exactly the story without me telling it.
Oh yeah. I was staying at a friend's house. We were out and she was like, I just crash at my place. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I just like went to bed and woke up like in the closet disoriented. And I was just like, this isn't the washroom. That could have been bad.
Well, and isn't it terrible too? Because I remember the dream. I had this dream that I was like outside, hanging out, having a great
Yeah.
time, and I'm like, "Oh, this is a beautiful tree." I get woken up to, "What are you doing?" Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I don't know. Why am I here? Why am I being yelled at? Yeah. Luckily, I woke myself up in that instance. Like, I can't find the light switch. I know this washroom. I've been in here before. Where's the light switch? Yeah. Yeah. All right. What else you got there, Keith? Anything?
Do you still dress up like a princess for your mom?
Oh,
Not lately. It's been a
Okay,
while.
it's been a while.
I
been a
would if
couple.
I was asked to.
Been a
I would
couple
do what I
days.
have to do.
She had very kind words to speak of you. Okay, so well, I'll say that'll be a good one for unpaid and underrated, actually. I think so.
Okay. How old is your son?
He is 3 this year. He's gonna be 4 in August of this year.
Hell yeah. Does he come to
He's
the
at
gym with you? You there yet?
Oh yeah. He's at that age. He's got his own little I'm looking at it now, a foam weight bench.
Oh, nice.
And he usually comes down on chest days because that's usually when it works out. He's not at preschool.
Mm-hmm.
So he's coming down on the and he's like, "All right, Papa, you do your set, I do mine." So he goes and lays on his bench, and I'm like, "Oh, hold on, dude, I got to work up to it. Like, let me get in there." And he's like, "Nope, you start now." And I'm like, "I'm not even in the bench yet, brother. Give me a minute."
Simmer down, buddy. I love
Going
it.
full send at 3. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do we want to do a little FMK or no? Let's
Yeah. We can jump into that.
I got additional info. Well, we can always sort of. I still haven't switched additional info above FMK yet, but we'll have to get to that as one of these days. Hopefully, Nate, when he's listening, did switch it in the new questionnaire, though. But I bet we didn't.
I think
That's
he's
okay.
pretty busy these days.
He is a
He
busy.
is.
He is a busy.
He's a busy boy.
Mark is a
Busy
very
guy.
busy guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Blip, blip, blip. All right, FMK. So I'm gonna give you 3 topics here, and you're gonna kind of rank them for me with which one you want to F, which one
Whoa.
you want to marry, which one you want to kill. So I have a few. I think I'm gonna go. Okay, let's go stores. So Costco, BJ's, Target, FMK. Costco's, BJ's, Target.
Can I just say, all I saw was
B.
FMK BJ's,
I
and I
saw
was like, who
same.
the fuck put that?
And I even knew, like I even earlier like 3 hours ago when I looked at these I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna do the store one, and then looking at it like at a glance it just kept like I kept seeing just BJ's, and I'm like, I thought he didn't send it to any of his asshole buddies.
Well, so first question is BJ's like an East Coast thing? Like, do you guys like
I have
just
no
can't
clue
like
what that is.
I have a
so
BJ's.
it's basically knockoff Costco is what it is.
Mm.
Well, I think right off the bat we're gonna kill BJ's because it's terrible. It wants to be Costco so bad. Um, I think I'm gonna F Costco only because in my current situation it's too far away. But it
Mm.
is literally a thing where I will drive 45 minutes one way to go to Costco because it's that good.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
But I do. But so I guess that leaves us with marrying Target, which is feels like a sin to even say at that point, but that is my life when you work as much as I do and like your highlight of your weekend is going to a store, getting your meal prep or whatever. I think we're marrying Target. I hate to say it.
Working all those hours, you don't just say fuck it, I'm gonna get my shit delivered. Because I think if I was pulling in that overtime money, I just wouldn't never step foot into a store again. Like if I work 50, even if I work, I could do anything to justify not leaving the house. It's like, oh, I worked 4 hours overtime this week. I can afford delivery fees this week.
Yeah, I think my wife would kill me because like I am
Okay.
that guy. I am the most impulsive spender. Like obviously, like
Yeah,
we
it's the
all are home.
worst. You save so much money if you just order it online.
I know. Yeah, no, I know. It's just I don't know.
But if it's shit you need, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm very hands-on. Like I love to like my problem is if I go to Costco, I'm sorry, I'm not walking out of there spending less than 300 because I'm
Mhm.
like,
Oh yeah,
oh my
that's
God, look at this. Look at
that's
this
the number
coffee
for sure.
maker.
I think everyone has to spend $300 when they leave there if they're actually like going for something.
All
Mm.
right. Mount Rushmore, I guess, is my turn. Um, I had a few different ones, and they're all kind of the same ones we've always had. So I think I'm going to go something new here. Mount Rushmore of tool brands.
Ooh. Well, I mean, obviously Milwaukee's got to be on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to put DeWalt on there. That's an obvious one. Now you're getting into the weeds, in my opinion. Um, Only because my work and I have like a vicious feud with it. I'm gonna put Makita on there.
Hmm.
My third one,
Fourth, I think
Fourth.
you
fourth,
did
yeah,
three
sorry.
already.
My fourth one would probably have to be Ryobi.
Yep.
Not that I use it, and I actually hate the brand, but I feel like it really gets the average homeowner like a set of
Yeah.
tools that are semi decent.
And there's so
And
many like, their ecosystem probably beats most people's for like the random shit you can actually use for like yard work and around the house. And
yeah,
there's so much
100%.
shit. Like they're garbage tools, but if you could buy every single thing you'd ever want for under $1,000 and like never, go without.
Yeah, and I wish the natural market like just never heard of Milwaukee because it's like insane. Like they're like, oh yeah, a drill and an impact gun with no battery is now $600. You're like, what
So
do you
expensive.
mean? I'll just steal it from somebody at work at this point.
It's a good one. I was actually kind of like I wanted to. I'm glad you asked that because I saw it and I was like, ooh, I would like to hear his answers on that. So I do appreciate that one being asked. Additional anything in the nope, that's all good. All right, so I got some affiliates for you guys: Barbell Rescue, Home Gym Con, and apparel from the Strength Co. Code Unpaid will save you a little bit of money at all of those locations. So go forward and prosper and use those. Um, sorry here. All right, let's go with a little unpaid or underrated. So, relatively new segment here. We came up with recently all by ourselves, not inspired by anything or anyone. So, going to give Steve here a handful of topics, and he's got to decide if they're unpaid, which overrated. Nobody wants to be unpaid, and or underrated, which pretty awesome. So, unpaid or underrated, teaching your sister how to drive stick.
Oh, that is unpaid. That got me in so much trouble.
Yeah,
Um,
there was some. I want to hear any funny stories that go along with that.
so when we were kids, my dad had a Mustang, and she's 4 years older than me, so she had her license. Well, yeah, her license long before I did. And our parents' property when we were younger was big enough, like you could drive a car around on it, like not you weren't getting out of first gear, but if you were me, you could get into at least second or third and like spin around and have fun. So she really wanted to learn how to drive my dad's Mustang. So I'm like, I'll teach you how to drive it. Don't worry about a thing. So all I did was I just drove it out of the yard and drove it down the street and was just driving like as if I had a license. And I'm like, all right, you're
As like
watching
a
me.
12-year-old or something, you're saying?
Yes, yeah. So she was
That's
like,
wild.
so, and like, I mean, we grew up in like a small town, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like a little farm town, but it was, I pretty much drove her all around town and I'm like, all right, you see how I'm doing this? You see how I'm doing this and blah, blah, blah. And, as siblings do, and I think we were out to dinner one night and she was just razzing me so hard in front of my parents, like making me so mad that I'm so mad to the point where I ratted myself out to try to get her in trouble. And like they're like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. You just ratted yourself out.
Is actually really funny. Okay. FMK bidets.
Oh,
You mean
FMK
unpaid and
or
underrated or
yeah.
FMK?
Yes. Yeah,
No
100%.
worries, dude.
Yep.
Like I know
One
I went
million
pee
percent.
there, but like I'm
Nope.
fairly certain the
I
flow of
did
this
not time
podcast doesn't
travel.
change.
I scrolled up to get some of the others
Okay, yeah.
and then I was like, because there was a good story I knew I wanted to get. But yeah, sorry. Unpaid or underrated bidets.
Bidets are the most underrated thing of all time. And actually, like you could even, I don't want to run line here, but you could almost put them in the unpaid category because they will ruin pooping for the rest of your life. There's that
Yeah.
like to the point where like you hold it to get home because you're like, I don't want to wipe myself. I want to dry myself, dude. Like this is terrible. This is the worst experience of my life. Like, oh, I feel like a disgusting human. I feel like an animal right now. So yes, I will say underrated as final answer, but yes, you get one with caution for sure.
Now, do you have like the full blown toilet with a bidet, or just like the little add on toilet seat that's got a that ties into the supply line?
I have the Dollar Tree add-on, which is horrible because it's like always like you like sit down, the seat slides, you almost fall off. You're like, whoa.
How have you not found a good like you love these so much? Like you just pick out a good one and add it to your Christmas wish list, and the old lady can just get you a
Because he's
state of
got
the
a gym to
state of the
pay
art.
for.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say it's like the barrier for entry is so high. Like you get the adder piece and it's $80. You get like a bidet toilet seat that's nice or like a full-on thing. You're talking like $400. Like that's a
Mhm.
Texas Power Bar right there.
Yeah, I see. I see. All right, unpaid or underrated F1 racing.
Oh, underrated. And I will also say it is more underrated now. Sorry to the purists with the Drive to Survive series on Netflix, which is if you guys, I don't know if you're familiar, but it's kind of like the Hard Knocks of
Mhm.
F1.
Yeah,
Like it's
Tommy
the
talks about
behind the
it. That's
scenes
the only
deep
reason I know about
dive.
it.
It's great. Like I've always kind of like watched it on and off, but like ever since I was a kid, I always watched it on and off whenever it was on. But now that it like you have that Drive to Survive where you're like invested in the like I could name I'll probably almost name all 22 drivers this season.
Okay.
So it's like to be able to like I know guys that like with NFL like know every single player. I'm like, how the hell do you know that? Like I know 22 drivers. Like that's pretty good, but like
Makes
it's
sense.
to be able to like dig into the season like that is pretty cool. So I really like the yeah, it's awesome.
I'll do a
Big
bonus
fan.
one. I'll do a bonus one real quick. I usually don't do this many, but if you haven't seen it, then it's quick. Unpaid or underrated, the movie F1, the Brad Pitt movie from last year.
This is so hard to not ride the line on, dude. Like if you're not an F1 fan, it is a awesome movie. Like it's a
That's
great
what I hear.
movie. But if you're a fan, you're like, this is nothing. Like this would never happen like this. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna say underrated. It's a good movie. As long like if you just pretend you don't know anything about the sport and you're like, all right,
Yep.
well,
You still
sure.
enjoyed it, but like you were nitpicking it in your head the whole time.
Yeah. I couldn't give myself the chance to really enjoy the movie because I was too busy
Gotcha.
being like, that wouldn't happen like that.
All right. Well, that's I'm all set there. What do you got for him, Joey?
uh, all right. I got a list. Unpaid or underrated GameCube.
Oh, dude, underrated.
Mm-hmm.
That 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 system's had me single-handedly in a chokehold, I think, for my entire childhood. But I think I only played 3 games. I think I played Super Smash Bros., Legend of Zelda Wind Waker,
Mm-hmm.
and Super Mario Sunshine. That I think those are the only like that system single-handedly had me in a chokehold. I actually just downloaded, I think, ah, I just said it. Oh, Wind Waker. I just downloaded an emulator to a Steam Deck like last week.
No, Wind Waker was definitely awesome. I can't remember any of the games I had on GameCube. Ugh.
Man, I never played that system. I don't believe
It was like so in my day it was Dreamcast because we used to play
it was like PS1 era, wasn't it, or was it
yeah,
after
yeah,
the?
yeah.
It's
It
like
was
just after, I think, right? Because
So maybe
yeah, because
PS2.
PS1 was just after like the N64 era, right? Or was it
yeah.
during?
Mm,
I
after, I
can't
think.
remember. I'm sure somebody will correct us.
Wrong, fuckers.
Yep, wrong
Again, boys.
again. Unpaid or underrated protein powder.
Oh, unpaid. Sorry, unpaid.
Pure unpaid. I can't get behind it.
Well, so my problem was when I first got into, I guess, fitness, if you want to call it, I was like, the closest thing you can get to steroids is protein powder. Like just so totally uneducated, you know. So I was like, I think I had like 12 different like jugs because I'm like, well, you have to have this flavor and you got to have this one and you have to have, like it's like, dude, it doesn't matter. You could just eat a friggin' steak and you'd be probably just as good.
Yep. Yeah, I can't. I don't know what it is. I've tried several of them. I don't like it. I don't like any of the flavors. Ghost, I think, made the flavor I had the most. And then even then I was like, I just don't wanna. So yeah, I just have to eat more protein. I'm with you on that one. Unpaid or underrated? The last one, Katie.
Oh, oh God. How to answer this
And
correctly.
we should specify what we're talking about because there's
Well,
Katie's in.
that's his job.
Uh,
That's true. Well,
Katie
yeah,
is my dog.
there we
Um,
go.
Katie, Katie is a long story, but I'll try to make it really short.
Good.
Katie
Yeah.
was so I had a childhood dog. Well, not childhood. I had a dog of like 14 years that was like the best dog, like honest to God, the best pet you could ever ask for. Like the easy, like when we fed this dog, we would just get a 5 gallon bucket and we just filled it with food and she just self-fed and never got fat. Like the easiest, most relaxed, cool dog you've ever had. She passed away, and my uncle that I work for was like, "Hey, you know anybody looking for a dog?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, my son's like 2. I'd love to have him grow up with a dog." So he says, "Oh, look, long story long. My mother's can't take care of this dog anymore. It's a Belgian Malinois. It was fully trained as a service dog. It's a really great dog. You should take this dog." I'm like, "Yeah, screw it. I'm in." We drive 22 hours to and from North Carolina, pick this
Jesus
dog up,
Christ.
drive home, and this dog is a menace, dude.
Hmm.
It has for starters, it has a military ID. So like he tells me it's like he's like, oh, it's a service dog. It like opens doors and stuff. Yeah, it opens doors. Like you're in the bathroom, like, and the dog opens the door. It's up for the whole world to see. We left her home alone. She ripped the stair treads out of my basement because she didn't want to be home alone. Ripped a doorknob off my house. I was
Like,
mowing the grass one day. She let herself out and just went for a walk through the neighborhood. This dog is a menace. Katie is unpaid, absolutely unpaid.
And it sounds like it's one of those like the dog is too smart for your own good.
No, she's a genius, and she's a Belgian Malinois. So it's like we have 5 foot fences in my yard. I've seen her jump a fence. Like I let her out, and I'm like cutting the grass. I'm like, oh, we're all good. I got a beer flowing. You know, dog's out in the fence. She's having a great time. And oh, there she goes. She's over the fence
oh,
and
damn.
down the street. All right. And
Jesus.
there's no point. Don't go and get her. She'll come back when she's ready.
She knows where home is.
And she legit just goes like, she's not mean. She just goes and like checks out the neighborhood, comes back and lets herself in,
Okay.
just doesn't shut the door behind her, lets the air conditioning out for the whole world to have. And here we are.
So I'm going to hijack this briefly because I feel like people are going to think you hate your dog. So if that was the least fun thing about Katie, what's the most fun thing about Katie? Or is there a? Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
wow.
stumped him on that one.
That's a tough one. Honestly, that's a tough one. I mean, she's a good
wanted to-
dog. My
Okay, I didn't
my
want people
kid
to just be
loves
like,
her. Like
we
my
shit
boy
on
will
everything
ride her
this
around
week.
the house. Like she's an 85-pound Belgian Malinois. Like she's cool as shit.
That's a
But
horse. Mhm.
yeah, she's a monster. But like you come home, she's been left home. Like you go to the store and come back, you've been gone for 10 minutes and she pees on the floor because she's so excited to see you. It's like, oh, I know you're happy, but god damn it. Please just relax.
Uh, well, it sounds like your son's got a good relationship with her, so that's good.
Yeah, I'll take
How
that.
old was she when you guys got her?
She was 2.
Okay, so she was still a baby, so that's
Yeah.
good. At least
And that
2 hours
was
for a dog.
that was last
Wow.
year. So we got time before she
Oh, you
calms
got a
down.
decade with her then. That'll be
Yeah.
that'll be a fun
Yeah,
10
where I
years.
signed up, I'm like, God damn it, what did I sign up for here?
Next time we're getting a senior dog, damn it.
Next time we're getting a Chihuahua.
All right. All right.
Oh no, they're not much better.
Yeah,
I
no,
do have,
they're vicious.
I do have 2 things I kind of want to hit on a little bit harder. And you can kind of so I basically just want to touch base on your weight loss a little bit more and how you actually did that, and then I want to hear about the crew, the New England meetups and future meetups, what you've had so far. So however you want to handle those, but those are 2 things I'd like you to elaborate on a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. The weight loss, that was strange. And I honestly think it was just quitting drinking for like a year and a half, 2 years that really did it. Because I went like all in, and like for the life of me now, like if you asked me to lose 5 pounds, like I honestly don't think I could do it. Just for the sake of like my brain is just so fried. Like I was at the point where I meal prepped every meal except for dinner. Dinner was always kind of winging it, but like
Hmm.
coffee break, I would have I can still remember it was 250 grams of cooked egg whites, and I would just eat that for coffee break. And then lunch was like it was like turkey, it was ground turkey, some quinoa, and some broccoli. And I did that every single day for a year straight. So like like if you actually like break it down in macro factor, I was taking in like 1,800 calories a day.
Hmm.
So like I was losing like 10 pounds a week. Like it was like
Yeah.
not doing it right, you
Hmm.
know? So now I'm at
But
the point now where it's like I got myself down to 189, and I was
wow.
like my buddy at work was like, you should really do a bulk because you look like a dead body. Like it's time. And I'm like, okay. So I got myself up to like 240, and I signed up for the 220 class for the Lift Hard Live Easy, and I don't see myself getting there at this point. I'm like every day it's like, okay,
Just
we've done it.
just it's 242, bud. Just don't gain 3 pounds and you're good to go.
It's like golly, like you've been so good all day, and then dinner comes and it's like, yeah, I mean, I'll totally have wings with my steak. Of course I will. Like, what are
Yeah.
you crazy?
Yeah. I wouldn't even worry about it at this point. Just when you're like, once you're 6 to 8 weeks out, you kind of know. Well, I don't know. Whenever, just give Jonah an email. Just let him know you're moving classes, but it's not like you're going to get docked or anything. Just, if you're confident in it, you might as well just let the meet director know so you can switch it around prior
Yeah.
to. But it'd be easy enough. And then, all right, so that's awesome. And then the crew meetups, and because a lot of guys, a lot of you out there, and I think I've seen you in a couple different pictures of meetups.
The crew meetup was mostly Chris. Excuse me. I think the only thing I really did to that was I just kind of mentioned, I think in the unpaid and underrated general chat, I was like, oh man, I'd love to get together with everybody. And he kind of took the ball and ran with it, which he has the perfect location to do it. Like
Yeah, he's
his
got that
gym is
massive
sick. It's
gym.
massive gym. His awesome hangout, his like man cave is like sick. So he took the ball and ran with it. But like it was like as soon as I saw that he was in Mass, I really wanted to do something, but like I feel
Hmm.
like I don't know anybody. So like it took me a minute to kind of get around to like kind of like just put the feelers out there and seeing if he was interested in it. And it was actually, I think it was Tanner in in Crew Falls. He gave me the ride from Tommy's house to Monk's.
Hmm.
And he's like, oh, yeah, you're up there with Chris. We toured his gym and blah, blah, blah. He's like, I bet if you just mention it, I bet he'd be down for a meetup. And I was like, all right, well, got as time as any. Let's just mention
Yeah, nice.
it.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Wait, I think you say anything exhausted that you didn't get to ask him there, Joey?
No, no,
Okay.
no.
I'll
Loving every second of it.
Yep. Um. Sorry. Okay, a couple quick ones. So speaking of Big Chris, we know his name now. We so as a listener and friends with Chris, did you get a chuckle out of no one remembering his name for 3 weeks straight?
Yeah,
Because
I was
we did
laughing
that
about
for
that.
sure. Okay,
I was
so
in my work truck on my way to the shop at like I think that what is the podcast release at like 5? It was like 5:20.
I
And I'm
think Nate
like,
has it.
Chris, his name is Chris. It's Chris.
So he wants to know how many sheet cakes you're bringing to Crew England Spring.
Oh, he's screwed. I'll tell you that much because there is no limit. If he puts it out there that he will eat a sheet cake, brother, I'll bring 6 or 7. I'll bring 10 if that's
From
what it takes.
from
Like
from now we're talking Costco sheet cakes probably too, right?
oh, well, no, absolutely. This is Costco, or I will go to Gerardo's, which is a bakery near us, and I will get the most richest, sweetest sheet cake he could ever handle. I'll load this man
Uh,
up.
nice. Um, Waffle Iron wants to know how it feels to be the Steve with the best grip. Did you beat him at a grip contest there at that meetup then, or is he
Yeah,
busting your chops?
we had a horse stall mat gripper contest, and I don't think I beat him by much, dude. I think I maybe got him by like a pound. I don't think even that much, but it was one of
That's all
those
it
where it's
takes.
like, I'm like, I have to have something. I'm just not gonna let it go.
Nice. Love it. All right. Well,
Literally not let it go.
Yes.
badoosh. All right. Well, do you have anything for us, brother?
Yeah, I actually do have a couple questions if you guys got time.
Yeah, we're 90 minutes, looks like, so I got a
Yep,
bit.
tons of time.
All right. So my first question is, what is a lifting hack that you guys have tried and has ended horribly wrong? Something that you absolutely were just like, this was horrible. For example, the front squat with the straps. The first time I tried it, I did
Yep,
one, went great. Second one, I dropped it and caught it Zercher style and like thought I
yep.
was gonna die.
That's actually a good call on that one because I tried that too, and I was like, this is even harder than just choking myself. Like I'd rather choke myself and suffer than do this again.
It's a tough one.
Geez.
I'm trying to think of like bad experience.
Yeah, that is hard for me.
I just fall down a lot, man. Like I've
You do.
fallen so many times at East Ave in the last the last 6 months or a year even. It's just I'm trying to think of like if it's all like if it was anything stemming from I'm gonna try this now and oh, you'll fucking laugh at this. So my lifting hack was, oh, I'm gonna lift the block, like so, like the loadable strongman block implement, and
Yeah.
like some of the guys were doing it for an upcoming thing, and I was like, oh, I will just do it. It looks awesome, and it's the alternative is I have to lift a keg, which is a pain in the ass, and it's like this looks fun. Yeah, completely ate shit and dropped it fucking right on the stall mat. Didn't even hit the pad, and fucking my dumbass tried to like catch it and almost like ripped my fucking arm out of the socket, and then the coach dude, like, don't ever try to catch an implement. We care about you, not the fucking implement. Just don't be a dumbass. And I was like, and he's like, and also you're never allowed to use this again. And I was just like, okay, sorry, bud.
It was so bad you got banned. Jeez.
No, I think it was more like for that day because it was like
Yeah.
there was a group of us and like you were either doing keg lift or uh the the shield or the block that is. And then he was like, yeah, you're on the kegs today. I was like, okay, good call. But
No,
I think if yep, go ahead.
I just don't think I have one. I train by
Yeah,
myself, right? So
I
it's
couldn't
never been
think of it.
like a. You're right about the damn straps with the front squats to the point I don't do front squats. It's why I bought an SSB because I was like I'm not gonna do front squats ever. Um, yeah, I don't really have one that went wrong.
I
Um,
have
I know like the Dodds version of when you're doing an implement, how he likes to throw them up and catch them.
Oof.
I also love doing that. There is a point where it's so heavy you shouldn't because you exhaust yourself getting it into position, but I'm never going to stop doing it because Dodds does it and I
Hell
love
yeah.
that guy. Right? So it's like one of those like I'll pick up my one sandbag. It's around 150 and I got to get it up into my chest and I will just toss it and then be like, oh, I'm too tired to carry this now that I threw it. But like
Mhm.
again, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna like crouch down and be gentle about it. I'm gonna do it the way Dodds does it because Dodds is incredible and Dodds is strong. So that might be one. That might be the best closest thing I have.
Hell yeah, right on.
I think
All
I would
right.
add so one that I did kind of come to mind. It's I guess not necessarily a hack, but like speaking of front squats, like I was getting good at front squats and was actually able to front rack for a bit. And then like my dumb ass, well, like I don't know, it was like a fucking like 4 sets of 8 or something. And for like the next 3 months, I had fucking horrible tendonitis, and I'm never gonna front rack a squat
Mm,
again. So fuck that noise. Like if it was like a couple singles and doubles here and there, I'd still be fine. But like my pressing is too important to me. Like the
yeah.
enjoyment I get from pressing to fuck up to doing a front squat when I can do an SSB or a Zercher or some other variation.
My tendonitis right now is so bad that picking up my coffee in the morning hurts. So I
Oh,
actually, yeah, I haven't been to the gym in like 2 weeks because I need to go to physio and get this shit sorted. Tendonitis is nothing to joke about. Unless you're joking about it. In that case, laugh all you want. But still, like this is bad. Like this is the worst it's been. My right hand, I did a quick turn with something in my hand and my whole arm went numb and so did my lips. And then I was like, yeah, we might need to go to physio. Like we might need to go get this shit looked at. So I actually, to be honest with you, haven't been in the gym in 2 weeks because I'm so afraid of hurting them even more.
Brother, that might not be tendonitis. That might be a stroke.
Probably not. I've had tendonitis since I was like 20.
Oh, all right,
And
all
yeah.
right.
It's a recurring injury. It just hasn't been as bad as it is right now in a long time.
All right. So my next question would be, well, I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want a fun one or do you want a serious goose one?
Go both.
All right. All right, let's go the fun one first. Zombie attack. Which gym equipment are you using as a weapon?
Do we have to own it or just in general?
In general, it doesn't matter.
Whew. So that's like the logic is like it's got to be something you can wield easy.
It's not hard. It's a mace. You're gonna use a mace,
You got to be
or
specific.
or you're gonna use one of those battling bats that the Iron Sheik used to use. It's got to be handheld. It's got to be quiet, and it's got to be able to keep distance.
So,
I used-
Joey's going for the shoulder rock.
Yeah, so pretty
Yeah.
much. So I was actually the first president of the Zombie Research Society in Ontario, second in Canada. So I've got a lot of fucking looking into this kind of business. And yes, you want all of those things. You do not want something that is too heavy that you can't carry it. It has to have other uses. If you want to talk about the best thing in general for zombies that's not gym related, I can get into that too if you want. But yeah, it's probably the shoulder rock because you can keep crowds away, you can swing and hit heads, and it has other uses like opening doors and things like that.
So I think I have you beat. So I went over to Gym Radar.
Oh,
Because I know that I remember seeing Brandon posted this a while ago. So Fringe actually makes a sword mace, basically. So all you gotta do is just it is a sword. It just would need to be sharpened. And
Is it sharp?
it will be.
Yeah, those things get lodged in heads and are hard to remove. You want blunt
Yeah.
objects in a zombie apocalypse. Blunt
So then
objects.
I would go with some type of sled, like a, I don't know, like, well, in honor of the Los Campeones most horrible strongman event in the world, I'll go with an 8-pound sledgehammer.
Are you gonna hold it out in front of you for a bit?
Yep. I could
On
do
them
some
first.
That
It sounds
that
like a
must have
good-
been so fun to watch. That like
be so
honestly,
fun.
like as a
Well, they probably didn't see it because it's so fucking dark.
as a like a crowd goer, that's what I want to watch. Just somebody standing there shaking, holding an 8-pound.
Yeah, anything over 90, like if you didn't test that to be like, all right, like anyone can do this for more than 90 seconds, like, and then the fact that it was the same fucking hammer for like the 100-pound girl and the 400-pound dude is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my. When I was like, and like.
Keith's not being welcome back to Los Campeones next year.
Yeah.
No.
And then to like not have a fucking tiebreaker for a podium spot. And she was like, I don't know, we just tied. And I'm like, that's not how strongman works. You literally do a tiebreaker. You have to have this like extra event that's super easy. I mean, we did it at fucking Lift or Live Easy, the stall mat thing. It doesn't have to be that,
Yeah.
but like I've seen it happen at half of the shows I've gone to. There has to be a tiebreaker.
I forgot all about that. And
if you're in last place, you're just not a tiebreaker.
I've never even competed, and I was like, a hammer hold? Like, even my hammer's 35 pounds. It's not 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Like,
I just imagine Keith walking up to Los Campeones at Crew Falls this year, and Casey's like, "Nah, dude, no, you don't want to come in here. You don't like my legs."
He's not
Nope.
listening. I've
you
talked
talk
to him
too
last
much
2
shit.
years.
You're not welcome.
I've talked
You're
to him
out.
I'm positively motivating him. That's all. Positive reinforcement to have a safer gym for his clients.
All right. So my next question would be, what's your favorite Facebook Marketplace deal you've ever scored of all time? Like the best one you've ever done, even if you don't own the piece anymore. What's like you're like, I crushed it on this one.
I don't have Facebook, so I can't answer this.
Well,
Damn it.
any resale, but I'll go with the 20-kilogram. This was Craigslist, but they're interchangeable.
Whatever, close enough.
Sure.
I'm fucking old, so like most of my like as I'm trying to scour like my marketplace to see shit that I've sold to use for pictures and ratings of my Gym Radar, I'm like, fuck, dude, I have like 5 years of only Craigslist, and there's like no history of that anymore. So it's like, fuck.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Then let's just go with that.
Yeah, no, but I was what was my 20-kilogram York deep dish plates that I kept for like a month and then turned around and sold them for $3,000 and another pair of regular unmarked pound deep dish plates, and that money went back into my gym and bought like thousands of pounds of plates and like 4 barbells or something crazy like it and a squat rack. Like it that money was all very much well spent, and it like that would have been in like 2019 or 2018 and covered like a large expansion in the no way cellar.
That's sick. That's actually
I
a
would
good
have,
deal.
but hindsight, would I still want to have the plates? Maybe, but I at that time I really needed them. The money was it outweighed my desire to just have extra random cool shit.
Sure.
Uh,
All
there
right.
were
So
there
go
was
ahead.
a trade group here in my city, and you weren't allowed to actually exchange for cash. You had to trade things. So we got a $25 gift card, and I got my rocking chair, and it is an antique rocking chair. It is very old, very pretty, very ornate, and I still have it. It spent years out in the rain. It got covered in stuff, but once it was cleaned and ready to go, it's still my rocking chair. It's my old man rocking chair.
So it's outside.
It's not anymore. It's in the
Oh,
living
okay.
room. It's currently storage for my kids because they have,
Someday.
yeah, they have no. It's in the living room covered in junk
Oh,
because
okay, okay.
yeah, when you don't want junk on the floor, you put it on Daddy's rocking chair because he only uses it twice a week, right? Yeah. So that yeah, I would say that maybe that's my best one, but otherwise no. I all of my gym stuff is either new or traded. I don't have Facebook, so I've never really been able to. I'm on Kijiji, which we talked about with Cam.
Yeah, we just talked about that recently.
Yeah, I'm still looking for stuff on there, but like people have no fucking clue.
Wouldn't you? I mean, you're getting a stall mat gripper off Kijiji.
No, off Cam.
Oh, yeah. You could have said that still qualified. Like
You know what's funny is the night he talked about it, I went on and those plates he was talking about, the Whipper Wilson, I found them. And the
oh,
guy had
dope.
no clue what he had. He was like, yeah, $1 a pound. And I sent him to Cam and I was like, yo. And he's like, yeah, you're already finding stuff. And then a day later they were gone. So I wonder if Cam actually went and got them.
Yeah, good deals. You got to act fast. That's the you
Well,
cannot
I
be.
know I don't need more plates, right?
Oh, but
I wasn't that focused
yeah.
on them. Somebody else was selling, but like I go on there and the plates I have, like, so if you go to my gym radar, you will see that I have a lot of Northern Fitness or Northern Lights Fitness. Northern Lights Fitness is a Chinese reseller, right? So they manufacture in China, bring to Canada, sell as Canadian owned, not made. I have a lot of those. I buy those when I want them for $1 to $1.25 a pound. Okay, because I happen to know the one of the stores that sells them. I will go on there and they'll be like, we want $500 for like 200 pounds worth of stuff. And I'm like, are you fucking wild? Like, I know where you got this. It is so weird what people think they can get away with.
Yeah, that's you're glad you're not on Facebook anymore too, because like every time there's a deal and like Walmart will like a lot of people took advantage of these like you can get plates off Walmart.com delivered to your house for 50 to 60 cents a pound. Like it's not consistent. It's kind of like a flash deal or whatever, but it
Yeah.
happens often enough that a lot of people will be able to could buy thousands of pounds worth of plates and turn around and then try to sell them for fucking $1.50 a pound. So there's just constantly people on Marketplace right now selling the plates that I saw that I know they paid 50 or 60 cents for $1, 25, and I'm just like, I now that you can react on Facebook to people's marketplace listings, I laugh at all of them just to be a dick.
I would
Fuck
too,
you.
though.
Like,
I've thought about messaging these people and being like, you understand that, like, I can go buy these brand new for a quarter of the price you're selling them at, right? Like, you understand that.
yeah,
But
but
no, they don't.
people are just trying to hustle the system, and like I did it for a while, but I never bought new to turn around and buy, or so, I never bought something new and then turned around and sold it for a profit. I said I can't recall that, but I've definitely bought used, turned around and sold it for a profit. But to me, that's different. I don't know. It's also
Okay.
a hustle, and it's I don't know. It's
I
but
just want stuff. I want a
Yeah.
log, and I want a log at not a brand new price. And that's the only reason I keep checking Kijiji. But as Tommy once said, if you buy something brand new, as soon as you open it, it's used. You don't get to sell it for new price.
for sure.
All right. So my last question, and this is probably the strangest one, will
I like
be
strange.
pick your worst enemy in your head. Don't have to say it out loud. You're breaking into their house and you got to steal something, but it has to be mildly inconvenient and not expensive. What are you taking?
Toilet
That's
paper. Toilet paper. Every single roll of toilet paper. I will search the whole house and find every square, every roll, and I will take it with me.
I like how fast you answer that. You
Oh,
already thought about this.
absolutely. That's the most inconvenient. Well, because like my wife is better at it than I am, but it's these like weird little threats that like I don't want you to get hurt or anything, but I want you
Yeah, sure.
inconvenienced. And one of those is like, I hope you never find toilet paper again. Right? I hope somebody puts dog poop on your door handles for the rest of your life. Like just little things like that that are so inconvenient and mean, but like they don't hurt anybody. It just sucks for that one person. I hope,
Yes.
what did she say? I hope every time you litter, somebody throws it back in your car. Like just things like that. So yeah, toilet paper is the main one. You break into somebody's house, you steal all of their toilet paper, and they are screwed.
Yeah, power move.
Yeah, if
Assert
they
your
don't,
dominance.
better not have a bidet because now you're using your hand or your washcloths, losers.
just take a shower every time you're.
Yeah, that too.
That's a good one. What were the parameters again? Because I have a couple different things in my head. How did you say
Mildly
it?
inconvenient and not expensive.
So like, because I would say like taking someone's keys would be great, but that's expensive because then you're spending lots of money theoretically to get new
No, they
obnoxious
can't get to work. They
dealership.
can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, things
that
like
would
that.
be. Um, I guess I'd go. I had it in my head a second ago. I mean,
Do phone chargers.
I
Every
was
phone
gonna.
charger in
That
your
was
house.
what I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
Yes.
I was
yeah.
between body wash and phone
I read
chargers.
your mind on that one. Then,
Yeah,
yeah, every phone charger in your house is mine now.
a phone charger would be really annoying, especially
See,
if it
I'm
was like a.
surprised, Keith. I would have thought you would have been more petty and went for like the batteries out of the TV remote. What a
Well,
wonderful day. I can sit down and
No,
relax. Why isn't this working?
not even the batteries. The whole remote.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I
well,
just take the remote.
like me 5 years ago might have thought of that, but like I have the both my TVs in the house are Roku, and if
Here
I
we.
don't find my remote often, and I just pull up my Roku app and click click
Yeah,
click.
say
I'm on my TV.
actually same.
So like
Everything.
I could throw away my remotes and be fine. It was just like the 30-second inconvenience of getting the app to pair to the right one because half the worst is when it's I'm trying to watch it in my bedroom and it pairs to the one in the living room and it turns the TV on at fucking like 11 o'clock at night and then I got to go physically walk out there and turn it off so it doesn't fucking wake the rest of the house up. So that's annoying. But
See, so I
yeah,
don't know if you
a phone
just heard what I
charger.
heard, Joey. It sounds like take Keith's remote because that
Yeah.
sounds very inconvenient for Keith.
Or his Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Because Roku won't work without Wi-Fi. You can't use that on
yeah.
5G, buddy.
You
Taking
just
the
unplug his
power
router
adapter.
every time.
Yeah.
Once a week.
Just like stealing the power like the 24-volt power adapter to the router like
Yeah.
and like good luck replacing that quickly like without it like you just go by
Or
voltage
putting my
router.
own version of a Wi-Fi adapter into it so that you don't know and I can just turn it off remotely all the time. That would also be awful.
My if it was my wife if I was trying to like if I had to do with my wife like pettily like that it would probably be just take the coffee pot like it had to be the coffee pot like if she woke up and didn't have coffee like oh god it'd be so bad. But I feel like a lot of people that like don't get coffee on the way to work and actually drink it at the house like that would be like it doesn't affect me, but it would definitely affect her. It's just the first thing she does is like stumble to the kitchen and turn the coffee pot on.
That's the same thing I do, but tomorrow I'm like, no, I'm having a ghost first thing in the morning. I've learned that Fridays
Nice.
are hard.
And that's like you probably look forward to that. If that's like a thing you always do, then like treat yourself to that extra.
Yeah.
I almost got a drink, an energy drink today. I was dragging, but I'll probably drink like 7 this weekend at the Arnold. Good stuff. Well, that was a fun episode.
I had fun.
That was the last
Yeah,
one,
it
right?
was a blast.
Awesome. Well, Big Steve, where are we gonna find you at, boss?
You can find me on Instagram at bam_168. My social security is 078-6263-7853.
6969 420.
Yes.
Love it.
That's not your real social security, right?
I hope not.
You're gonna have to find out.
We're not.
Damn it! You can find me at Joey_Malesko, MLECZKO on Instagram, or the DILF Dungeon on Gym Radar.
Indeed. And I have some new DILF Dungeon stickers that came in, and they were appropriately sized and will
Yep.
fit on the thing
I,
just
I think
perfectly.
they're a
I'm
bit too
excited.
small, but I'm
They
glad you
are
like them.
probably like they could be. It's hard because it's like, do I go the 2x2, the 2x3? Like yours could have been like 20% bigger, but like
Yeah.
in comparison to your other one that was like an 8 inch by
Yeah, it was
3.5
fucking
sticker,
gigantic. It was a
like
bumper
this
sticker.
is like you compensated, but like by 15% too
Well, it's
much, but
because
it works out good.
I haven't explained this yet. On this one, we got like a deal where it was like 50 cents a sticker.
Oh, nice.
And I turned to Morgan and I was like, you're in charge. Like, you are the one that designed this logo. You are the one in charge. Here's my card. Go buy me stickers. And then she's like, oh, here's a good deal. And she just put it in. And then they showed up. And I was like, are these stickers for ants? Like, who the fuck's going to use these?
It'll be
But
fine. It'll be
they
fine.
were better quality than the
They were
previous
really nice.
ones because the previous ones were labels. So if you'll notice
Hmm.
the envelope I sent you, I had one on the back
Oh, okay,
to
that's it.
close the label. So all the people listening, if I've sent you a sticker, on the back of that envelope is the Delph Dungeon sticker, but it's because it's just envelope quality. It's their shit.
Gotcha.
They tear.
Because I was like, why is he using like like I would not waste a dollar sticker to
Yep.
close an envelope,
And
but
now
it
you
is
know why. It's because those
yeah.
are paper quality, whereas the ones inside the envelope are good
Nice.
vinyl quality.
Makes sense to me. I dig it. All right, we have an Instagram, Unpaid and Underrated Podcast. We got a website, unpaidinternpodcast.com. There is the Discord channel on Massonomics Discord, Unpaid and Underrated Podcast. Go check us out there. I am Keith Honeycutt 73 on Instagram. More importantly, go follow my Orange Gym, the No Wine Cellar. Until then, see you next Tuesday.